What is up guys, Matt here. So today we are going to be streaming Dynasty Warriors 4 for the PlayStation 2. I have played a Dynasty Warriors game before on stream. I think I played Dynasty Warriors 3, but today I thought I'd play a bit of 4. We're going to be doing Wu because Wu's my favourite faction. Not Wu, sorry, Wei. I don't know why I thought Wu. But yeah, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Buso mode. Wei, of course. Who should we play as? I think I'm going to choose Shahou Yuan. I normally always play Shahou or Shahou Duane as my first character. But I'm going to actually go with Shahou Yuan for a change. Just to make a change, you know, be a bit different. Oh my god, that's awful. I'd probably agree with that. I think, to be honest with you, I think all the Dynasty Warriors games got good music.
Bring in the age of the way of peace.
I would probably say this is one of the top ones for music.
The villages with impunity. This isn't a new age. This is utter chaos.
But also an interesting opportunity for you, cousin. Indeed.
It's so depressing to think about what the voice acting is like in this game and what it's like in Dynasty Warriors 9.
So my name shall be Fear. Army, forward!
So yeah, we're starting off with Yellow Turban, pretty much like always. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Oh yeah, I agree with you. I think the graphics on this one are probably... I would say the graphics on 4 is actually better than Dynasty Warriors 5. Oh no, I forgot to set my bodyguards up. I might go do that quickly if I can. Can I do that? No? Okay, you're not allowed to set up. Right, okay then. I was sort of hoping I could create my bodyguards, but there we go. Oh, can't even use a... Okay. Let's just go. So yeah, we got defeated Zhang Liang, Hung Fu Song's the commander, so he can't lose. We're obviously under Cao Cao. Interestingly enough, Sun Jian has the most troops, whereas I'm pretty sure in like every other Dynasty Warriors game, Cao Cao always has more troops and more officers, so I don't know why that is. Oh yeah, I remember, I've got a lot of memories playing this. I got a couple more like glyphs and stuff in Soul Reaver, but I still haven't beaten it. I still need to beat Duma, get a couple more of the glyphs, get some of the health upgrades. Oh yeah, I always... Sometimes I do laugh at stuff that's not meant to be funny. I've got a pretty dark sense of humour. Definitely. When me and one of my friends used to play this game, I think we always used to start Wei, and I was always Xiahou Dun, and my friend was always Xiahou Yuan. So it's quite interesting that I'm playing Yuan. I think I've just got it on normal. If I couldn't be bothered, I'd put it on easy, but you don't really need to put it on easy. You know, plus you get more XP on normal. Plus things die less, so you get more weapon XP. That's very important as well. Yeah, 5 was the first one I actually ever played. The only issue I take with 5 is the translation wasn't as good. Like, they didn't even bother translating the English names in like the title. They had the Japanese like emblem for every character when you were playing the game. Which just seemed really, I don't know, lazy to me. I didn't like that. I like my Warriors games fully translated, so I don't like it when they do stuff like that. Yeah, it's on all the versions of 5. I only noticed it a couple of years back.
Enemies at the west gate have been annihilated. Only Zhang Liang is left. Attack him at once.
Yeah, they didn't change. I don't think they started pronouncing Cao right until 6, I think. So for literally about for about 10 years, I think, or more, I always used to pronounce it wrong. The worst one was Dynasty Warriors 5. Obviously there was Cao P or Cow P, right? Loads of people I knew used to just call him Cow Piss. I really don't know why. They just did, which is a bit weird, but there you go.
Well done. Now head straight for the enemy commander. Heavens, save the children of the Yellow Turban. Strike down those that do us harm.
Well, that's the problem. You know, when it comes to voice acting, the worst type of voice acting is bland voice acting. You know, if it's really bad but it's funny, that's fine. You can get away with that. You can't get away with extremely boring voice acting. You just can't. The arrows in Dynasty Warriors 3 are even worse, in my opinion. Arrows in Dynasty Warriors 3, even on easy, they can kill you. It's ridiculous. Like some of the levels when you got to like go up a mountain and there's archers on along it, it just doesn't work. You just get absolutely destroyed. you know, the arrows in Dynasty Warriors 3 are so bad, sometimes you're actually better off taking the bow defense item, you know, just so you don't die. I have no complaints about the story in either of those games, to be fair. I actually did quite like the story in Dead Rising 1 because it's not really your typical happy ending. Like, you know, spoilers for Dead Rising 1, by the way, for anyone that doesn't want to get spoiled. I'm going to talk about what happens in the end, you know. Nearly everyone in that dies. I mean, Brad dies, Jesse dies, Dr. Barnaby dies, Otis obviously gets away, but then he ends up dying of old age later on in Dead Rising, sometime in Dead Rising 3. Carlito dies, all the psychopaths die. Isabella Keys gets away, I suppose. She does okay. Frank does okay out of it, but everyone else is just dead. I think it would have been very interesting if you could save Brad. That would have made it a lot. That would have made it really interesting, because obviously there's a Brad Park in Dead Rising 4, isn't there? It would have been quite interesting if Jesse or Brad had survived and you know, they come back in a later game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Frank could have easily died as well. That's something that doesn't usually happen in most zombie games. Like, the main character never normally gets infected. They always miraculously get away with it, but in Dead Rising he does get infected. And then he stays infected all the way until what? Between the events of what, Dead Rising 3? No, is it between? No, it's like Dead Rising. Oh, it might be Dead Rising 3 or Dead Rising 4. No, it's Dead Rising 3, I think. Oh no, it's after Dead Rising 3, isn't it? Because Isabella Keys oh no, Nick has the cure, doesn't he? So yeah, Frank stays infected until after Dead Rising 3, which is pretty interesting.
The east gate has been cleared of enemies. Continue advancing towards the enemy's main camp.
What? That is one bad thing about the old Dynasty Warriors games. The commanders can't look after themselves whatsoever. You have to babysit them the entire time. That's one thing I don't like about the game. Damn, I forgot about Shahayuan's bow. Jesus Christ. The frame rate's a bit iffy. It's because it's the PS2 version. I might be able to fix it. I don't know. Where are you running? Oh, I thought he was running.
Spirits of the earth, rise and join our battle for freedom.
One thing I did like about Dynasty Warriors 4 was you can make the enemy commanders flee the battle instead of just have to beat them. I quite liked that. Another good thing about this game is you can pick up items on horseback, whereas obviously in Dynasty Warriors 3 you can't pick up items if you're on a horse, which is really stupid. So that's another advantage about the game. They definitely made the horses control a lot better as well. That's another good point. I also liked the fact, depending on if you let like Zhang Zhao retreat, you get like an extra stage. I quite like that. Instead of just beating him, you know, and killing him, if you don't beat him, you know, you get another stage with the yellow turbans. I think Zhang Liang's going to retreat now. I'm pretty sure he's going to retreat. Yeah.
You won't be so lucky next time.
Yeah, I wasn't hugely impressed with the story of Dead Rising 3, I must admit. Nice, Mushu. Oh, is that it? Okay. Didn't even get a level up on our sword. Okay then. I did like the gameplay of Dynasty Warriors. Not Dynasty Warriors, Dead Rising 3 though. I actually did like the game, how the game played. Except for they made it a bit easy. Vegans, well, that's up to them. You know, I'd never give up eating meat, but that's just me. You know, if you don't want to eat meat or even anything related to animals, then you know that's your prerogative, isn't it? So yeah, we drove back to Xiangliang. Now we've got to take on Zhang Bao. So yeah, this is quite an interesting one. We better put on our only item that we actually got, the dragon amulet. So we got a bit more Muso. Not very helpful. But there you go. Yeah, I think that would be quite interesting. I must admit, I did find Nick to be a bit annoying, to be honest with you. Another thing I've just realised about Dynasty Warriors 4, you can change characters in the middle of a camp, in the middle of a Muso. I didn't realise that. That's another interesting sort of improvement. Obviously not advisable, you don't want to be playing the final stage with a level 1 character, but you can if you really want. Yeah, I could sort of see where you're coming from. If Frank gets obsessed with getting a big scoop and he just sort of goes crazy and tries to, you know, infect people maybe. I actually, believe it or not, I didn't mind playing through Dynasty Warriors, Dynasty, why do I keep saying Dynasty Warriors for? Because I must play in it. I didn't mind playing through Dead Rising 4, but it's just not, it's not a good Dead Rising game. That's, you know, it's fine for a bit of silly fun, but it's not a good Dead Rising game. That's my main complaint with it. Alright.
We must not fall behind.
This bit's always annoying. You know, you try and get up the hill, and the bloody wind just keeps pushing you back. You gotta just push on. Here we go.
Here they come. Bow to the miracles of the way of peace.
Oh, here we go.
There is a way to stop these winds. Keep advancing.
Oh, we're gonna get knocked back. No, we're not. They did sort of bugger up the story as well for Dead Rising 4, though I thought it was quite interesting having another person join you in the mall, especially seeing it was one of Frank's students. I did like that. That is one thing I did like about it, to be fair. Can you just not keep shooting me full of arrows? There we go. So here's a question for you, Jackal. Who do you think had the saddest death in Dynasty Warriors? Like, well, maybe not the sad. Okay, yeah, the saddest. Whose death upset you the most out of anybody's? Dynasty Warriors. Well, both if you want. Who's the saddest death in Dead Rising and Dynasty Warriors? Sun Jian's is pretty bad in like a couple of the like cutscenes. For me, it's probably
Impressive.
I think Cao Cao and Xiahou Yuan's deaths are both really sad, depending on the game. I think Dynasty Warriors, is it Dynasty Warriors 7? When he's in his bed and Xiahou Dun's there and he's holding a scroll in his hand and then it just drops to the floor. That's quite sad. And I think it might be Xiahou Yuan in Dynasty Warriors 8, is it? When his bow breaks and he just gets shot in the like gut. That's pretty sad as well. Who else is really sad? Peng De's pretty sad, but you don't really, I don't think you see his death. Apparently you do see, apparently you actually see Zhang Liao's death in Dynasty Warriors 9. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to save Dead Rising at this point. They'd have to, I feel like they're going to have to, I feel like they will have to like reboot the series again. You know. Oh yeah, it was all about the amount of zombies you can get on the screen and, you know, how you kill them, and they really messed up the story, to be honest with you. I will agree. I agree with you. Never gonna happen though, is it? It doesn't even work for Capcom anymore, does he? Pretty sure he doesn't. I'm gonna be really pissed off if I run all the way up there and they kill the officer when they before I get there. I thought he left. Oh, he did leave. These companies treat these amazing like developers or directors, but like crap. The directors leave. You know, what are they left with? They're left with the team. Some of the team leave with the director, and then what have you got? Nothing. Yeah, okay, you own the franchise still. What good is it if the original creators not with your company anymore? You're probably not gonna be able to make a good game. So you're stuck with a franchise that's just gonna, you know, crash and burn. It's happened with Mega Man. You know, it's you know, it happened with Dead Rising. What else? What else is it gonna happen with? You know. it's always they'll never normally leave unless they're not getting treated very well. It's, you know, that's normally what happens. It's what's the who was the creator of Castlevania? He left Konami. I can't remember what his name is at the moment. Koji, no, is it Koji something? I think it might be something like that, but he left, you know, because he wasn't getting treated. His, you know, Castlevania was just getting shit on. He wasn't getting treated well, so he just buggered off. No, it's not Kojima, it's, is it Miura? I think, something like that, I think. Well, Kojima's another one that left Konami. You know, he was getting treated like craps. Konami have literally lost all their, like big names.
We must not fall behind.
You know, it would be like Square Enix losing Tetsuya Nomura. Nearly all the Konami series are dead. What is this guy's name? That's gonna really annoy me. What is it? Castlevania. Oh, that's the point. I need to destroy these. Castlevania Creator. Koji Igarashi, that's it. I thought it was something like that. I'm actually not that much of a fan of Bulma in Dragon Ball. I know that's blasphemy towards some people. I actually don't. I'm not that much of a fan of it. I actually do prefer Chi-Chi to Bulma. That's like, I know that's like probably the least popular Dragon Ball opinion in existence, but it's honestly the truth. I understand if I watched the original Dragon Ball series, maybe my opinions would change, because obviously she's a really big focus in original Dragon Ball. But I don't know, I just always found her, she's always moaning all the time. What was I going to say now? Also, now you know, since the sad passing of her Japanese voice actor, I'm pretty sure she's in the new Broly movie. So who the hell's going to be doing her voice actor from now on? That's what I don't understand. Oh, apparently we're not getting the Phantom Soldiers. I want to go see the new Broly movie when it comes out in the cinema next month. I'm actually quite hyped for seeing Gogeta made canon, because I prefer Gogeta to Vegito.
We must end this.
it's going to be quite interesting to see. I wonder if Goku and Vegeta are going to find out Beerus was like responsible for Planet Vegeta's destruction or not. That's going to be quite interesting to see, because
Impressive.
Broly's obviously alive. Is it Paragon? Paragon, his father, he's alive. Vegeta, Frieza's going to be there. Obviously, Frieza knows he's responsible for it, because Beerus is the one that ordered him to. Paragon might know. Broly might know. So if they do find out, I'm actually very interested to see what happens. Whoa, Ali, I'm surprised you're here. Thing is, we know Beerus. That's totally useless. We know Beerus didn't really like the Saiyans. He only really started liking the Saiyans because of Goku. So it's a bit of a weird one. I don't think Goku would probably be as angry, but I think Vegeta would be pretty pissed off with Beerus for it. Hey, Vegeta might know when you think about it, or I suppose he wouldn't, because he just thinks Frieza's responsible for it. Honestly, I quite like some of the god characters. Whis is one of my favourite Dragon Ball characters. Well, yeah, I mean that is the problem. They're the top fighters of the universe, so no one can beat them. That does remove a bit of tension, I must admit. So many officers.
Unleash your rage, my chosen children.
Yeah, I don't really know what the deal with that is. I think they sort of do have their own planet. I mean, they could have their own planet if they wanted to.
Through the middle and join the other two forces.
Zhang Bao and Zhang Liang can control the very elements?
Oh no. The very elements. Anything but that.
Think you could break through our forces?
No.
Taking out an officer!
I don't think that's ever going to happen, because it's established in the canon that the Angel is the strongest fighter in every universe, and the God of Destruction is usually the second strongest in every universe. Obviously, the only way it could happen is if one of the universes had someone somehow that was like miles stronger than the Angels without them knowing, but I think they probably know, wouldn't they? I mean, I feel like besides like Jiren hit Goku and Vegeta, I think they're like all the exceptions. They're very, very rare exceptions.
We must not
dying here. Come on, give me some dim sum. Gohan is probably he's probably the most ruined character in the whole Dragon Ball franchise, to be honest with you. You know, he went from being the badass sort of prodigal son of Goku to, you know, a nerd. You know. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Anyway, this is probably going to be the last battle I do, guys, because I've got to do some stuff tomorrow, so I need to get a little bit of sleep. Yeah, I must admit, after I played a bit more of Soul Reaver, I have sort of started to warm up to it a bit more. You know, I don't mind the puzzles all that much. I'm still not that big a fan of the combat though. And the platforming's a real pain in the arse because you jumping's not very good and the flying isn't very good either. But I can forgive some of that. I'm quite excited to play the rest of the games. You know, I'm hoping they're going to be a little bit more up to date. No, don't take my kill, Shahudun. I'm not too bad at button mashing, so I'm usually okay with deadlocks.
Impressive.
Oh, I forgot this is the Dynasty Warriors game where you duel people. But we're not gonna get any duels on this level, are we? 'Cause none of these people are playable characters. Well, Shang Zhao is.
Excellent. I shall now punish those that defy the heavens.
No, don't do it. Oh, here comes the, what is it, thunder, oh, no, boulders. Bruh. Fucking run. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that game, Jackal. Apparently it wasn't going to be very good anyway. So, apparently, doesn't really matter that it got cancelled. Oh my god, the frame rate. The frame rate, guys. Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with them, so, you know. The only Legacy of Kain game that would be okay if it didn't include Kain or Raziel is if it was to do with Vorador or Janos Aldrin or like Mobius or Mortanius or Malik or something like that. That's the only time it would be acceptable not to have Kain or Raziel involved. Oh, Ali, no. Why did you order 2 if you knew they only had 1? Oh, right. Basically what that means is there was 2 available, someone else also ordered it and they've decided to give one of yours to somebody else. Oh. I watched, do you know, Jack, I watched like a speed run video yesterday, I think it was. Someone was speed running Dead Rising 1. They had a skateboard, so you need a skateboard to speed run Dead Rising, right? There was no zombies or any enemies in like the room they were in. The skateboard just broke without him doing anything. It was really odd. Yeah, but surely they're gonna have to give you a refund, Ali, if they haven't sent both. Nice, typical UK weather. Massive gales and fire shit coming out the ground. Oof. Oh shit, he's got somebody under him. I better go get him. Yeah, just so everyone knows, whenever I play a Dynasty Warriors game, I have really bad OCD about killing all the officers and generals. I never skip any. The only time I obviously skip them is if they're already dead. Yeah, the funny thing is Simon Templeman, he sounds like Kane, like in his normal voice. It's so funny. So it's just like, it's funny how it's like that. Whereas people like Tony J are able to do such a much more varied like voice. And I think Michael Bell's pretty good at doing loads of voices as well. Because I didn't know, but he is actually the voice for Drew Pickles and Charles Finster Sr. in Rugrats. I didn't know that. So there you go. I don't think Soul Reaver 1 would have worked if it had the same gameplay as Blood Omen 1. I really don't think it would have worked. You know, the block puzzles and all that I just don't think they would have worked. And the whole jumping, you know, that wouldn't have worked either. So it's just as well the gameplay was like that, really. The gameplay had to go third person eventually. It had to. They couldn't have. I suppose they could have kept it 2D, but I don't think it would have. It would have worked. I think maybe they could have kept Blood Omen 2D, but Soul Reaver, no. So they've sent you one, but they haven't sent you the other one.
We must all follow your example.
Oh, it's good of a minute. Well, I'm assuming it's Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, and then Defiance. I know Defiance is the last one.
Crush them in one blow.
Good old CX though, innit? They're always reliable. Someone commented on one of my your CX videos the other day about buying a piece, something to do with our PC, and he said it was wrong. I said to him, don't buy PC parts from CX. No, none of them know how to turn on a PC, let alone get parts right. Shang Xiao's gonna retreat, I think. Is he gonna retreat now? I think when you take out all the, like, gate captains, he retreats. Yeah, that's quite interesting. That is a bit of a problem. You can't outbow Shahar Yuan, guys, come on. Not battle from the CX. Oof. Really? Still not gonna? Okay. Bloody hell. I can't believe my bodyguards haven't died. In Dynasty Warriors 3 they like die instantly on normal. Especially if you haven't leveled them up. Ooh. Right, come on then, Shang Xiao. Bring it on. Come on. I think he runs away when you get him down to like a quarter health. Is he gonna run? No. Interesting, he's not running away. I wonder why. Oh well.
My spirit shall prevail in the heavens.
Really? Didn't really get anything good then, but I killed everybody. 3 ranks, it's not bad. Dion Way's been unlocked. Xu Huang. Okay. The alliance against Dong Shuo.
Sun Jian will take the lead, and Yuan Shu shall provide support.
Oh, you ain't happy.
We leave before daybreak. Generals, good fortune in battle.
Lord Yuan Shu, I am counting on you. Farewell.
Common swine. You won't be so smug for long.
Oh, you ain't happy. Right guys, we're going to call it a night there. So, as always, thanks everyone who watched the stream, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So I'll probably stream a bit tomorrow, I think. I don't know what I'm going to stream yet, but yeah. So anyway guys, everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next stream. See you later guys.